Hey y'all, my name is Alexis and I am a travel business coach. I've been in the travel industry for a little over 3 years and I have grown a team of over 40 agents. So this video is going to be geared towards charging booking fees. So if you're new to the business or even if you're not new to the business, I highly recommend you charging a booking fee. So this is just because you never want to work for free. You'll notice that if you do not charge a booking fee, some of the clients that are asking you to provide them quotes, they're going to ask you for multiple quotes. So basically, you'll do all this work, giving them what they're asking for. They change it up. So you're steadily like doing more and more work for free. And then what happens? Sometimes they don't even end up booking with you. So that's the biggest problem that I see with not charging a booking fee. So I always highly recommend my team to charge those booking fees from the very beginning. So you can always change your booking fee. So if you're just beginning in this business, and you're just learning all the suppliers, things like that, you may not want to charge an arm and a leg, of course. Just something to compensate you for your time. So whether that's as low as $10 per person, as high as maybe $100 per person. But of course, the higher end is going to be when you're adding value, more value. So of course, your expertise, and additional things that you add on. Maybe you give your clients gifts whenever they travel, or you set up customized websites for them, or you include all the bells and whistles such as like itineraries. Whenever you start doing things like that, you're adding value to your packages and then you want to charge more. But of course, again, if you're just getting started and you just want to charge a minimal fee just so you're getting compensated for your time and your research, you can start at the lower end and just work your way up. When I first got started in the travel business, I was not using CRMs like paid CRMs such as TravelJoy. But as I worked my way up in the business and I was willing to invest more into my business, using CRM such as TravelJoy has been very helpful because a lot of the things are already built into TravelJoy and it's all in one place. So I'm no longer having to do it manually. So today we're going to talk about creating your booking fee or building your booking fee into your inquiry form using TravelJoy. So I know that there's probably different ways to do this, but I'm going to show you guys how I set mine up. So once you're logged into TravelJoy, you're going to hit the blue button to the left that says new, and you're going to create a group. All right. For this example sake, we're going to name this practice destination inquiry form. The reason why I specified destination is because I actually have two different inquiry forms. One is for destinations and one is for cruises. So if you guys have more than one, then you may want to specify it and then we can leave the rest blank and go ahead and create the group. So once you've done that, now you're ready to create a booking page. As you can see to the right, there's an option to do direct or an option to do supplier. So direct means that the money is going to come to your TravelJoy wallet. And that's what we want to do. This does not have anything to do with your client's group, with their trip payments. This is solely your booking fee. I know for my host agency, it's incompliant for us to mix like personal money with the client's money. So you always want to make sure that you're following compliance rules. All right. So once you create that booking page, direct booking page, it's going to ask you to name the page. So we're going to just do it the same. Practice destination inquiry form. And we're going to write our own custom description. We'll get rid of all of this that it auto-populates. All right, so in TravelJoy, whenever you're creating the custom description, you can change the font, the size, the color. You can add photos, you can add videos, links, things like that. I already have one created, so I'm going to pull it from my current booking form, inquiry form, and drop it in here. Okay, so as you guys can see, there's a little bit of color in here. The important things stand out because I bolded them. I let my client, first of all, I thanked my client and I let them know that there are 3 ways to book with me. They can book it themselves. So that's still going through my supplier link or my direct website, but I'm just not doing the work. They would prefer to do the work themselves, and then I just earn the commission. They can start their own travel business, or most people, if they're coming to this link, they want me to create a custom quote for them. So this is just letting them know that they will be charged a booking fee at the end of this form and what my turnaround time is. So I'm finished with this form or with this page. Now I can go to page 2, which is the pricing page. All right, so your minimum and maximum travelers. Of course, your minimum, you want to set it as 1. The maximum is just how many you expect in one room. So I never expect any more than 4 in a room, so I keep the maximum at 4. Now we can add our packages. So for the packages, again, you can make this as extravagant or as basic as you want. Just for this example, we're going to keep it basic and name this agent booking fee. We're going to leave the description blank. This available until, I do like to set it out kind of far. So we'll do December of 2027 on the 30th. That way this page doesn't time out. And as it gets close to expiring, if I want to update any of my policies or change my booking fee, I can go ahead and do that and extend the date. All right, so for this example, we're going to start at the low end and just charge $10 per person, and your deposit is going to match that. And the final payment date, we'll just set it 1 day after. And that's it. Hit save. And that's the only option that we're giving them as far as packages on this booking form. For extra options, this is where you're going to add things like a rush fee. So a same day quote. And that's an additional, let's say $5. Match it on the deposit and use the same deadline date. So December 31st and save. Then down at the very bottom, these are your payment details. How do you want to accept your payments? I do bank transfer only because it's quicker and more simple. TravelJoy does charge a convenience fee, but you can have your client pay the convenience fee. So I always keep that selected. Because this is just a booking fee, we don't need to do auto pay or custom payments. We can keep the payment schedule as it is, deposit, final payment. It's only going to be 1 payment. And then for the agreement terms and conditions, I created a custom terms and conditions, and that's already saved in my TravelJoy. But I believe they have a default one as well. So if you don't have terms and conditions, they give you like a standard terms and conditions, and that's what they automatically link. All right, so this page is finished, and we're going to go to our third and final page, which is the traveler info. All right, so again, I already have a form created and saved in TravelJoy. That's my destination form, destination inquiry form. And remember, I told you guys I have a cruise inquiry form as well. So we're going to select destination for both. I don't have a task list, so I keep that as none. And before you hit publish, you can actually preview what your clients will see. All right. So this is everything that we had on that first page. They can see the packages that you have available, extra options. And this is where they're going to go ahead and check out. So they'll put their number of travelers, select the things that they're going to select, enter their trip details. So that way, whenever you receive this form, you're going to not only receive the booking fee, but you also will receive their inquiry, so their travel details, and you can go ahead and start working on their trip, their quote. All right, terms and conditions, and that's all they'll see. They'll have to accept the terms and conditions. So once you're okay with that, you can go ahead and click publish, and it gives you a link for that page. So what I do with this link is I always plug it into my landing page. For a landing page, I use Linktree, but I know there's a couple different ones, but Linktree is just the one that I've always used. It's pretty simple to use. So I plug that in. And as people start submitting inquiries, they're going to form in this same group, and it'll just be a drop down. So as more and more people submit inquiries, you'll see their names on the drop down and you can work on their specific trip. This right here, the group funds, this is where your money, your booking fees will be collected. So let's say that you have a trip, an inquiry, and it's 4 people. We set our amount to $10. So those 4 people, it's going to charge them $40. The $40 is going to be collected right here in your group funds. You can withdraw that immediately. If you want to do it like whatever schedule you want to withdraw your funds, you can do it. So you'll see those options. Excuse me. You'll see those options as group funds start to accumulate. So that's basically it for the inquiry form and the booking fee. So remember, you definitely want to charge a booking fee so people, you know who's serious. It kind of weeds out who's serious and who's not. You definitely don't want to waste your time, and you're not going to work for free. So go ahead and set up your booking. Now, if you do not have a TravelJoy just yet, but you're considering getting one, I have a referral fee, and I will drop that in the description. But you will basically get half off or 50% off your first 3 months using my link. So if you would like that information, I will go ahead and link that in the description of this video. I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments. If this information was helpful to you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm always dropping travel tips, and follow me on social media for more.